Or I'm on it.
Samayo, sure thing. Puts it in her pocket.
At the moment, when you walk in to reconvene with the rest of your party, they are currently petting an undead unicorn.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You're petting it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Well, they are.
It's the Sun Puppies. She
I'm
put
gonna
a
walk up.
grotesque, weird creature in front of us. Of
Look at
course
the
we
unicorn
befriend it.
like in the eyes, like rub my eyes a little bit, and then I'm gonna lean over to whoever's like the closest to its face and whisper, "You know that thing's not alive anymore, right?"
Don't you listen to him, Fluffykins.
There is also nothing fluffy about this thing at all.
It's mostly rot at this point.
I believe Samayo and Spider were actually in the next room, correct?
Does it
Yes.
still have a horn? Like,
Yeah.
does the horn still look intact?
Yeah, the horn is still intact.
I'm gonna ask the unicorn, see if it's intelligent. Just be like, "You still use that thing?"
Well, it's knocked out, right? Didn't we knock it to zero?
Oh,
If I remember correctly, yes, you knocked it out, and you were trying to, at this point, like you did with the squig and other creatures you've come across, while it is unconscious, trying to get the comfy levels in.
Amana kind of points at the horn then, since it's unconscious, and be like, "Anyone mind if I borrow this? I won't hurt the, just cut the horn right off so it doesn't hurt anybody."
But that's sure.
We're trying to brainwash it while it's knocked
Yeah,
out.
because Agrid right now is literally just like whispering in its ear, "You are going to be my mount, and you're pretty Fluffykins."
This will actually help make it more docile if this is gone.
But then it won't be nearly as cool looking.
We can have a big one
It's
made.
about the aesthetic.
All right, we'll ask the unicorn when it wakes up.
Okay.
Unless it attacks you, in which case, dibs.
I'm sorry. Are you dibbing the unicorn, or are you dibbing the fact that?
No. If it wakes up and attacks you and we have to, put it down, I'm calling dibs on this part of the body when it's dead.
Okay. I suppose that's all right. I just want to mount, and this thing seems like it might not die really quick when I lead it headlong into a horrible charge.
You'd be surprised.
Well, it's already dead. It's hard to re-dead it again.
Okay, for Samayo, the room you are in currently is the room that the undead chimera came out of.
Yes, and there were bodies of something. I don't remember what they were.
So you've got a room engine that looks like a smaller version of a siege engine, like for battering through walls,
Right.
in one of the corners. And you do have in the southern section a couple of bodies kind of laying against this door, which it looks oddly to be wooden, like it was placed recently. It's not part of the original construction.
What was it? The door?
It's wooden. It's a wooden door.
Okay. Damn it, Jor's busy brainwashing a unicorn. I can't call him over to check this out for me.
You're like 20 feet away from us. You could call out.
Yeah, I know, but he won't want to leave the unicorn until it's resolved, but I'll try it.
You might get my attention.
Hey, Jor, this door is really weird and interesting. It's new. Do you want to come
door?
check it out? Yeah, that door.
You know how George checks out doors, right?
I know, that's why I'm stepping back a bit. Out of kicking
George
range.
goes and opens the door.
It opens up. It is not locked. The hinges you can see on the wall have actually been sunk into the stone wall. They're brand new kind of metal hinges.
So does it really just open up?
It really just opens up.
I will be like, wow, this is kind of amazing. This is the first door that we've come across that just opens. Look at this. Just like swings it open. And...
I was going to say, this is the easiest door we've had in this whole place. That's amazing. We should take it with us.
It's all my muscle.
As an it is. You're so much. We should take it with as an example
over there
to the other
flexing.
doors. Hey, other doors, this is how you behave. Okay.
So I go in. What am I? Is it just this hallway?
Yep, so you've got a hallway, you've got this door to the south.
I open it.
So again, it is unlocked, it swings right open, it's not trapped. This one also
That's good.
is a weird wooden door that is not part of the original construction.
Can I see anything else different about the doors? Do I notice, like, is there writing, runes, or anything on them? Illustrations?
No I mean, you can actually give me an investigation check since you are specifically looking.
Okay.
I don't like the way this large open room looks. But you know what? This is door.
I was gonna say, what, like there's something in it, maybe? Like a bunch of mimics and one not mimic?
I
Hey,
think
I have a
Agrin
minute.
is going to let the unicorn alone for a bit and open this door.
Okay, let me double check what that door is in a minute.
That
We
can't
know
be good. I
Unicorn
know
is
how these
unattended.
maps
I'm
work.
going to inspect the horn to see how well it's attached.
Well, I was just gonna say, since Spider's not here, maybe we could say that Spider's sticking with the unicorn since he has good experience with ponies.
That'll work.
Horse.
I'm still inspecting to see how well attached.
Oh no, I'm not telling you you can't. I'm just
Like a
saying
loose
on
tooth?
top of.
Because if it's just like rotted tissue all around it and it wiggles, I'm just gonna go ahead and.
Would it be part of the skull? Like
Um,
an
It's kind of like a rhino's horn, so it is actually, sunk into the skull. It's not like an antler that'll regrow.
Mhm.
Agrin, that you just try to open that door?
Yep.
Opens up. It is also another one of the wooden doors. And for Samayo, with that roll, you don't see any carvings in it. It looks like just plain wood that from the area around you.
Okay.
In this room, you do have an iron portcullis over here, and there is a stone door that kind of is jade in color, but the stone around that one also seems to be shifting to kind of a jade color. And on the southern wall, there is a small stone dais, and has kind of like a little altar
Where at?
on it, right down here. Or am I seeing? Let me double check.
We're all 12.
Yeah, right about down.
I will say, Agrin, as he leaves, because he is kind of dancing around looking at the portcullis, looking at the stone door, will like turn to see Amana fiddling with the horn and be like, "Do you want nightmares? Because that's how you get nightmares."
Sounds fun. And he continues just giving it some wiggles to see how much give there is.
As you wiggle it, the whole head kind of moves.
No.
And what's this
All
die?
right. Maybe later.
Mhm. So yeah, little stone dais right in this
What-
area.
Does it have anything interesting?
It has a little altar on top of it.
Does it have anything on the altar?
I'll come look at the altar as well, since he's just like.
I'm looking for treasure.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
know
give
you
the
are.
portcullis a little bit of a wiggle to see if like I could lift up the portcullis.
I'm just messing with the altar. Just
I would like to insight check the altar.
that's a pretty good insight check.
All right, there's a lot of things going on. We'll do one at a time. Agrin, go ahead and give me a strength check. I know you're just kind of like wiggling it, but see how well you
Oh,
can.
if it starts to move at all, he is going to attempt to actually lift it. Strength check, you said?
Yes.
17?
I just.
So it kind of like shifts, but you can tell that it's going to take more than that to like lift it.
Okay.
For Jor, on the altar, just sitting around this kind of oddly shaped woman in, looks like kind of drapes, basically, from your perspective, I would imagine. Around it is actually like flowers and a little bowl of incense in front. For Amana, insight checking the altar. Okay.
And nature checking the flowers because I'm sure they didn't just grow here.
Yeah.
All right. The altar seems to be passive and not doing anything.
Like, can I glean the purpose of the altar? Is what I was kind of getting at.
Uh,
I mean, would Arcana be better for that, or religion?
Religion or Arcana would be better. As for the flowers, they are the native flowers around the area you're at. There's some orchids there. There are some kind of like bright red flowers.
He looks at it all.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you think that this is an altar to the flower deity.
All right, Jor knows.
Yeah, Jor, you
Jory's
know.
got this.
The goblin, of course,
Yeah.
knows about a sacrificial altar in a temple somewhere. Got it.
So, for sure, with that roll, I will say that the altar does have kind of like some writing in the front of it, but it's in multiple languages. So one of them you do kind of recognize from somewhere else, and you know that this particular altar is to some sort of gladiator deity, some sort of like patron of blood sports.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. So
Don't
there
worry.
it is in Elven, and it is also in some ancient human common.
Jor
I
will
can
look at
read
him on
it.
it and be like, Jor is smart enough to read.
Yes, Sameo, you should be able to read it. It
I
is,
can read the Elvish.
yep. It is basically patron saint of blood sports. Provide us your blessing as we enter into the battlefield.
Hey guys, I got some information. I'll tell everybody what that was.
Are these incense going, or is it just?
It does seem like they were recently burned.
Can I specifically investigate the altar for anything that might have to do with opening the portcullis or things like that?
Certainly. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Okay.
Nope. Relight the incense.
No, don't relight the incense.
Agron's gonna go to the stone door and start and knock. Be like, "Dunk, dunk, dunk,
Are you
dunk."
going way over there?
All right.
I'm uncomfortable about the incense lighting.
All right. So Jor relights the incense. Sameo, all you see is the holy symbol and the statue itself and the plaque.
Okay, that's fine.
But you do see a holy symbol.
Okay,
Does Jor have to make an investigation check too?
probably.
Yes.
If Samayo had noticed Agrin making any headway with the portcullis, she would offer. She and Odie could probably help him lift that.
Well, I mean, okay, that would be good. What about this door? And he's gonna like dong 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 against the
So
stone door.
the echoes of your knocking actually reverberate behind the door, but you don't hear any answer.
Yeah, guess no one's home. When I'll go back to the portcullis and like, I should have something. I'm gonna grab my shovel and try to use it as a lever, and any help would greatly be appreciated.
Okay. For Jor, you don't see anything else different about the dais other than what Sameo has already seen.
Mm-hmm.
And for those assisting with portcullis, go ahead and give me strength checks or athletics checks.
Don't worry, Jor will offer his muscle.
Oh, goody.
27 for Agron's athletics check.
So
Okay.
a strength check?
Yeah, so Agron, he's getting ready for your guys' help, and he gets so excited he just slams the portcullis into the overhead.
I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa.
I did that.
It was all the application of the. It was science. It holds up the shovel. He uses a lever.
I love Agrin.
It's a matter of leverage.
Oh,
For
no.
science.
When life gives you lemons, make life take the lemons back. All right, what's in this room?
All right, one moment, please.
I am Cave Johnson. That's gonna be my next character.
I thought you were making a monster for Tomb of Annihilation next. Oh, you wanted to be undead.
Will you actually let me?
I'm not writing it. That's Becca's game.
Well, if someone will let me,
Oh
yes.
dear.
Either an undead or a monster. I want it. Let me play a gibbering mouther.
Ew.
I love
No,
them.
you're playing Tomb of Annihilation. You have to be a dinosaur.
I will be an undead dinosaur if you will let me.
Can we all be undead dinosaurs? I'll be an ankylosaurus.
What actually happened with Jurassic Park? Alternative title.
Okay, to the north of this room is another one of those weird wooden doors that don't look like they were originally part of this area. The stone is kind of fading from the grayish stone in the other area to kind of a more jade color stone still. And the eastern entrance, so this door here, looks like it's another one of those wooden doors.
Want to open them on 3?
I'm sorry, what was this door?
It looks like a wooden door.
Okay. Agrin will look to Jor and go to start opening his door.
All right, who opens their door first?
John can pull for it.
I opened my door first. I'm pretty sure that I was going to.
Okay, Jor, your door swings open with, again, not a sound. It sounds like the hinges have been oiled.
Awesome.
Agrin?
I opened the door.
Okay, so you feel this weird energy kind of infuse you. Do you have any magical abilities?
Do I have any magical? I mean, I have magic weapons, but no, I am a battle master. It's not. That's not how that works.
Yep, that's why I'm asking, because I was pretty sure that was correct. So you feel this weird kind of energy flow over you. Your magical weapon kind of pulses, but which I don't believe that has ever done before. But then the whole feeling fades again.
Don't tell me how often my weapon pulses.
Right? You tell me how often your weapon pulses.
I'm pretty sure between the two of you, we're more likely to get the truth on that answer than you.
I think I just killed Shayna.
Guys, it's a Monday. It's a Monday.
It is. I was
This
actually
is
showing
my
videos
start to
of-
the week.
I pulled
This
up
is-
session 2 and showed some videos of our early shenanigans with this group to somebody this weekend. I don't remember who I was showing it to,
Oh
but
god.
they thoroughly enjoyed our day 2 of this adventure.
Never mind. All right,
Yeah,
continue.
that was back in the day with Rosho and Sim and
Okay, so my giant weapon pulsed.
Yep, your giant weapon pulsed. And on the other side of the door, I'm going to use this one.
I'm not mature enough for this, you guys.
You actually
Hey,
see
at least none of my magical tools pulsed.
that we know of.
Yet.
Anyway,
I'm behaving now. I'll be quiet.
Sure.
I'll mute myself.
Okay, so you actually see this kind of like fleshy looking large something or other. Yep, something or other. You can give me a nature check or something on it if you want to figure out what it is.
I want to fight. Oh, damn it, I'm on it. You suck. You have to actually go in the room then.
you said nature check?
Identify its smell from here. You don't know.
Get in there and figure it out.
Agri got an 18.
It's
I'm peeking around your
actually
shoulder.
a flesh golem.
I'm gonna like tap Agnes on the shoulder and just be like, Frankenstein's monster. Fully expecting that I'm the only person who gets that reference. 'cause-
Agrin actually turns to you and is like, actually,
I
in
would know
that
it.
book, Dr. Frankenstein is the monster. The monster is just kind of a allegory for.
Agrin, you've just gained many points in my class. I just wanted to make sure you knew what you were getting into, as you were. And then he proceeds to retreat back to where he was.
Agrin is going. Does the flesh golem look friendly?
It turns towards where you open the door. It has no expression on its face, though.
Does it have a face?
It does have a face.
That's a good start. Is the mouth stitched shut or is it open?
Also important.
Hello, I'm Agrin. Are
This
you
is-
friendly or not friendly? Also, my giant weapon is pulsing, and I don't know why.
You made my giant weapon pulse, sir. What's your name? We're adults.
Yes.
Yes, we're definitely adults. totally adults.
How does the flesh golem respond to Agrin's pulsing weaponry?
It slams its fist down on some sort of slightly. I regret all of my choices in this section of the dungeon. Thank you.
Speed probe, love. Speed probe.
Yeah.
No,
This is revenge for the speed probe. I get it. So it slams its fist down on kind of a loose tile, and I need Agrin to. Oh, actually, I need to roll for that. $22 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so this spear of ice comes shooting out of the ground where that stone was kind of set. And you go ahead and take 6 points of cold damage. And now I need you to roll for initiative.
Jor doesn't even know what's going on.
Well, I'm glad that we're all rolling nat 20s on our initiative rolls.
Yeah.
Guys, what the hell?
Hey, this is the first time I've ever probably gotten one on my initiative roll.
That's fair. Well, I got these next two are both Odie. I forgot that he has advantage on initiative rolls. Not that it really matters with just a 19, but
Just
well, with you guys getting 2 nats, no, it was just I finally updated his stuff after last week. So,
yeah, you
last
still have
time.
the same initiative as I do, so it's you
I
actually
know.
go before me.
Oh, that's true. Samaya will go before you.
Mhm.
Yeah, Odie will go after though. Let's see. So, yeah. That's actually kind of fitting because I'm nearby.
Okay. All right, looks like Jor will be going first.
Has anybody even said anything? Because
You'd have heard.
I tried to
the
make
hallway.
fun with the. I've tried to make friends with the flesh golem by offering to show him my pulsing weapon.
and he
He did-
showed you his ice spear, so
Yeah, and he showed me his. Yeah. His-
He cooled off the mood a little bit.
yeah.
Oh man.
Okay. Jor is first. Is Sameo going before Ogren?
Yeah, she has a higher dex than Agrin does.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make this slightly, hopefully, easier on myself if I can actually find what I'm looking for. Is that it? Yes.
Yay!
Hmm.
Great. Sure. Spider. Okay, I need. Turn. And. Is that everyone? That is everyone. All right.
I only have 3 people in there. Oh, but okay.
Give me a second.
That's alright.
Was 16, and Amonit was 15. Settings, descending. Okay, Jor first. Deep sigh of frustration.
Yeah. Did you guys say anything to Jor?
No.
No?
Agrin got stabbed with an icicle, so Agrin's probably last words were like pulsing weapon and then.
And just to make sure, you were saying that in common, correct?
Huh?
When you were talking to the
Yeah.
Okay.
The only other language Agrin knows is Goblin,
Okay.
which I think Jor is the only other person that knows that language. So.
Hmm.
I actually made it too big.
Holy, it's
It's much smaller now.
Yeah.
that's a lot less intimidating.
Weird. Fleshy things shrank with the cold.
Now, my question is, since it's really just kind of hard to tell, do these whole squares count as 5 feet?
They do.
Okay. Because I can move really far, and I just need to... I'm going to move right here, see what's going on. I will be like, is it a friend?
Not yet.
Agrin?
Give us time.
It stabbed me with ice. That cooled me off a little bit.
Jor's going to walk up to it. Are you a friend?
It growls.
Jor growls too.
Tiny goblin, large flesh golem, just
I
looking
like
at each
to
other.
imagine Jor has Napoleon complex. It's like one of those yappy little dogs. It's like, I will eat your face.
Jor doesn't realize it's much bigger than him. He thinks we're all the same size.
Okay, do you do anything else?
No.
Okay.
Unless I could do like a persuasion check.
You can certainly try.
Jor will try to persuade him in
Be our friend.
any language he knows.
Okay, what languages do you know?
Common and Goblin. And it does not go well.
It does not respond.
Well, don't worry. I can have friends that are quiet.
Okay, Sameo.
God damn it, guys. All right. Hey, Agrin, excuse me. Can I just scoot past you? Scoot.
Agrin actually is very good at making himself smaller, being a bugbear.
Just
So
kinda
he kind of like he goes liquid like a cat, kind of. For a second.
I momentarily will get distracted as I pass, going, how are you doing that? And then just refocus. I'm going to ask for a very weird check. Can I identify, I mean, it's a flesh golem, so it's made of different bits and pieces. Any chance I recognize some of them as being elven?
Go ahead and give me either a medicine or nature check.
Hey, I'm on it when you get a chance. I might need your help with a nature observation. I got a 13.
Hold on. You asked me for help. I was trying to help. I'm going to offer you a verbal blessing because I didn't get a turn.
Because what? Oh, yeah, that's right. You skipped.
You're back to your turn, and I didn't get a turn, so I'm blessing you, damn it.
I didn't get a turn yet. All right. So I added D4?
Well, so that
If
would
it's
have to
being
wait
allowed, if not,
until
whatever.
I'm on its turn, and it is touch. So
Okay. You have to come.
Well, you were in the room, and then you moved on another turn. I'm really confused.
I haven't had a turn yet. This is my first time.
Oh, I thought you were first.
No, I was just before Agrin.
Ignore me.
First.
Yeah, Jor was first.
Ignore me. Whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I will. Fine. Okay. So I got a 13 on a medicine check.
okay, so you definitely can see that there are strips of flesh that are of varying colors, The facial features, though, seem to be put together from dwarf and human.
Okay.
You can't really tell more than that, though.
Okay. Just because I will try and yell out in Elvish, just like, is this a new friend? And see really quick if it responds, and then if it doesn't, I'm probably going to try and shoot it.
Okay. It kind of cocks its head and turns to look at you.
Oh.
And
Friend?
it kind of makes an sound.
Do I have enough time to ask if he's hungry?
You can ask if he's hungry. He won't be able to
I figured verbally, but I would like nod like, are you hungry? And see if he mimics the movement.
He mimics the movement, yes.
New friend, you guys!
Yay,
right.
friend.
Well,
Does he like mushrooms?
let's find out. Get in here.
Jor has a mushroom.
Okay,
So does Samayo.
Alright, do you do anything else, Samayo?
Maybe I'll just scoot aside so more people can come in the room and meet our new friend.
Alright, Agrin.
Okay. Agrin is gonna like squeeze past Samayo. Go here. Sorry, Samayo. And I'm just gonna like and go behind it and be like, I think friend needs a hug, and I guess I'll do an athletics check to try to grapple it, but like in a nice, gentle way.
He's testing him out for new mount possibilities.
So less WWE, more someone like glomping at a
like,
convention.
Yeah.
You still, but a little less aggressive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and give me the grapple check.
Okay.
As a player, curiosity, can a flesh golem be a mount? Is that a thing?
And the only real rule is that it has to be a size category larger than you. But
Right.
So maybe for
I
Jor.
was going to say for Jor.
Everything for Jor is the mount.
I was going to say, to be fair, Odie is
Jor
frequently a mount for Jor.
Alright, so Agrin wraps his arms around the flesh golem. It's weirdly squishy and almost feels like there's sawdust inside. And it starts like
Ew.
kind of going and tries to break out, but you do currently have it grappled.
I don't think it wants a hug.
Technically, okay, yeah, and then I will. Yeah, that's my turn, I guess.
Okay, it is now its turn, and it is freaking out, and it will go ahead and slam its fist down towards Jor, since you are right in front of him.
Jor's just trying to be a friend.
I know. 13 to hit,
No.
and then it uses its second slam attack against, well, tries to actually swing back and hit Agrin. So he's going to have disadvantage because he's trying to wrap his arm behind him.
Go away.
Pretty sure a 14 misses.
14 misses. I will go ahead and riposte. Like, stop that, and then I'll attack that.
Okay. What are you attacking him with?
I'm grappling him. I'm gonna suplex him. It's gonna be an unarmed attack.
Okay.
This is not the damage, but it's the easiest to actually do.
All right.
Roll.
I do have to ask: are you actually like suplexing him?
Oh yeah, like
Whoa.
the anime we keep on watching, just like over the shoulder and just and holding the pin. So like I'm actually pinning him.
Okay, so you guys see Agrin pick this flesh golem up, swing him over his head, and suplex him, still holding on to him. The golem's legs are kind of like by his head at this point. He's kind of in this weird...
Are both of his shoulders still on the ground?
Yes.
So I'm gonna be like, I need a count.
Not knowing what we're counting, Samayo's going to start counting. 1, 2.
Okay. It's still moving around. It doesn't seem like it's phased at all with the suplex, but it's in the most awkward position you could imagine. Its legs are kind of kicking. Amonit.
Amonit is going to, step over and look at the ruckus that's going on inside the room here. And
Oh, I forgot.
he basically just reaches into his pocket and pulls out some mushrooms and just starts eating like it's popcorn and watching the show.
Yeah. Oh.
Agrid will like to. He feels weird inside. Like there's not anything there. This is gross.
I am very sorry. I accidentally skipped Odie.
Oh, that's fine. I won't have him do anything.
Odie, Odie is upset and indignant and throwing things.
Odie needs
It's a
treat.
suplex monster that's screaming. Odie is probably licking him in the face right now.
We'll say that's what's happening. He's over here by you, being like, new friends, new friends, new friends.
Okay, I'm on it.
Yeah, no, Amonit moved already, and he pulled out some shrooms, and he's like eating it like popcorn because he's not really sure. Everyone was talking nice, and now it looks like maybe Agrin is playing with his new friend. He's not really sure if like this is a serious conflict or if they're just playing in brotherly fashion.
Yeah, I don't know either, so you good.
By the way, he would have taken, because I did repost, I need to roll a d8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he would have taken 13 points of damage from that suplex.
Okay. From your position, you kind of feel like it should have hurt his neck or the muscles there. Doesn't seem like he's reacting at all to any sort of damage. And Jor should be up next.
All right, so Jor, seeing him in this position now, is going to run around to where his head is and is going to yell, "You must partake the friendship mushroom," and just pops it into its mouth.
Do we get little flesh golem babies? Can we have little flesh golem toddlers?
Which mushroom was that?
I know.
No.
The one that made the
That was a Narganante mushroom?
Go ahead and give me a D8. Since you just randomly picked a mushroom and shoved it in his mouth.
Well, I don't know what all mushrooms I gave Jor unless he's been picking pockets and getting other ones.
I think you've just been giving us the nergy mushrooms.
3.
And then you gave me whatever one just this morning or just now that was really
just an edible one. Yeah, it was just an edible one. It was really good.
a little arcade.
Yeah.
So go ahead and give me an unarmed attack to see if you can smush it in its mouth.
Suddenly it breathes flames.
Oh my god, right?
All right, so you smush it into its mouth. Do you do anything else?
No, I'm waiting for a new friend.
Okay.
Because so far, no matter what we do, when we meet a new big thing, if we hurt it just a little bit and then feed it, it becomes our friend. So far, that is our formula, and it has not failed.
Okay, out of character, so they released this huge UA today of like alternate Unearthed Arcana, like alternate things, and I
Yeah.
hadn't read the whole thing, but I knew there was an unarmed fighting style for fighter, and it's straight up the pro wrestling fighting style. 'Cause check out this.
I want to be a luchador.
I'll do it. It's unarmed fighting. You can deal bludgeoning damage equal to 1d6 plus your strength modifier. If you strike with both hands, the d6 becomes a d8. When you successfully start a grapple, you can deal 1d4 bludgeoning damage to the grapple creature. Until the grapple ends, you can also deal damage to a creature whenever you hit it with a melee attack. So you grab them, and then you just throw them around and do a bunch of 1d8.
I love it.
But anyway, sorry.
All right, Odie is up next.
So, you fed it a mushroom, and we're just waiting now?
Well, Jor is at least.
Is that what's happening? Odie is going to be very confused and like take a half a step back, be ready to jump up and bite him if he looks like he's gonna hurt someone, but just kind of not instigate. Put it that way.
George's looking really expectantly, like hopping.
Friend.
All right, it is now its turn, and Jor, from where you are at, it opens its mouth, and where its tongue should be, its hand kind of like pushes out the mushroom, full on hand where its tongue should be, and it comes back into its mouth, and it's going to attempt to break the grapple and stand up.
Becca,
Yeah.
I love you. I love that. That mental image of sewn together faces and just a hand. Like, no thank you, I don't like mushrooms.
It has to be 25.
Yeah, it rolled a 10. It is still grappled and pinned.
Also, the hand explains the difficulty speaking. A little less flexible with sound.
I'm glad you approve.
Well, Jor now has other plans now.
Okay. Either Ogren or Sameo.
Sameo went before Agron last turn. So.
Yeah. That wasn't whispered. Oopsie.
I'm gonna need to grab some water real quick. I'll be right back.
To quench the thirst, Becca.
Something like that.
It's like, oh, that wasn't whispered.
That wasn't whispered. Oops.
So much for this live stream. We're gonna have to censor that entire 10 minutes with an apology to the viewers.
Well, what's
You may
killing me?
realize that things just jumped. That's because Tamayo has a dirty brain, and Shayna ruined it.
Rude. Also, don't pin this on me because I did just remember that now my parents watch. So, oopsie. That's
Started watching the thirstiest episode of.
that has to be the title when it goes up on YouTube. Sun Puppies, the thirstiest episode.
Oh man.
I mean, it did start
I
off
am gonna
with
have to get actually more
rock hard
water.
and swollen.
There's
The
been
tongue
lots of
wasn't inadvertently set, so.
there's been lots of throbbing and stuff. Okay.
Pulsing.
Throbbing and pulsing and yeah, just okay, wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? What's happening?
I don't know.
So it doesn't want the mushroom. Can I I was communicating with it effectively, but that didn't really seem to do anything. Can I say, guys, it was understanding. I don't think it wants to wrestle. I don't think I can convince you guys to stop now.
You can convince Agron. Agron's like, this is really gross. Can I stop holding it now?
You can stop holding it. I don't think it wants to hug like that. And then in Elvish, I'll repeat to it. Okay, he's gonna let you go now. Okay, I'm really sorry. He misunderstood hugs, bro.
Okay.
He just got excited about a new
They
friend.
tried to punch Jor, and he tried to punch me in the face.
After you grabbed it. I think it has a bigger personal bubble than we expected.
It stabbed me with ice. There's still. It's probably melted by now, but.
I'll follow. Yeah, I know, right? Well, I really want this friend. That's what this is I just really want this friend. It's a flesh friend. I want it. That's not a good sentence.
It's like this is getting worse and worse. It's all you.
It's not all me. Excuse you, I did not start this. It's not my fault. I'm escalating it. What I'll specify to the flesh golem, if you don't hurt us, no one will hurt you. Okay? I'll see if it makes any affirmative noises before telling Agrin it's safe to let it go.
It kind of makes an sound.
That may have been a yes. But I'll prepare my bow, but I won't point it at him. I'll just like hold it and be ready. Like Odie if anything happens.
Okay, so holding your action just in case. Ogren, what do you do?
I let it go. Well, Yeah, because I don't have. I haven't taken a long rest, so I can't switch my superiority maneuvers yet. I will let it go, and then I will pull out my chef's knife and level it at it and be like, "No more stabbing with icicles. No more stabbing and no more punching." And then I will hold my action if it does anything Agrin doesn't like. So moving or making any aggressive motion whatsoever, and Agrin is going to unleash his attacks on him.
Okay. I'm on it.
Yep. Amon is just really confused right now, and he's a pretty smart guy. So he's probably just gonna, over a mouthful of mushrooms, be like, "Hi, are we gonna just keep everything we come across in here?
If we can.
Do you have any idea what the upkeep is on one of these?" And that's his turn.
Okay.
That's my 6 seconds right now.
Fair.
All right. Jor.
He's been let go, right?
He has been let go. He is still kind of in a weird position, and you can, from where you're at, his eyes are its eyes are darting back and forth in its mishmashed face.
Okay, I'm going to take a piece of the chimera that I pulled off out of my pack and then hand that to him. I'm like, "You hungry?" And wave it in front of him.
Yeah, maybe it just doesn't like vegetables.
Yeah, that's my thought. It's like if it didn't want mushrooms, it got.
Okay.
It seemed like it was hungry.
Do you do anything else?
No, I want to see if he takes it.
Okay. Odie would be up next.
Yeah, hold action to attack. If it moves to attack, Odie will bite and smite. It's
Okay.
a new combo.
So it is now its turn. It kind of reaches its hand up and grabs the meat from Jor and kind of flops back down to where it's at sitting position. Its legs are kind of cross-legged, but it's not quite right. And towards Agrin, it goes,
I think you've upset him.
I think
But don't worry, Jor will get on his good side.
I'm kind of just thinking it would be great to have a literal meat shields to help us get through the rest of this dungeon.
I feel
To
like
open all
we're
the
not
doors.
fighting like what you normal D&D. This is just like diplomacy now.
The problem, okay, I think part of this is my fault because yes, every time we come across a cool creature, I want a new friend. And I should stop doing that because this is what happens. All right. I want to start a
Unicorn
menagerie.
Agrin was the one who called dibs on the unicorn.
That's true. I was uninterested in the unicorn. But
And
this
all the
is-
rest of us do have animals, so it's only fair that you find one eventually.
Yeah.
okay. So Mayo and Agrin.
If it's not attacking anybody, I'll sit next to it and talk at it in Elvish.
Talk at it.
Yeah, just talk because since it can't respond, I can't really say it's a conversation. But
It's listening to you.
Teach it language.
Do you say anything specific or just kind of reassuring things?
reassuring things, but every now and then try and throw in a yes or no question to see if he can, sentiently respond yes or no. Like, do you know where you are? Yes. Have you been here long? Yes or no? Things like that.
Okay. It nods yes to both. It knows where it's at, and it's been here a long time.
Okay. I'll relay on all that to everybody. Like, it's communicating.
Are we still in combat?
No, you are out of combat at this
Thank-
time.
Ask if it's gonna stop hurting me. I was trying to be friendly, and it hurt me.
Can you apologize to my friend, please, for stabbing him with an icicle?
It hands Agrin the piece of chimera meat.
He says he's sorry. I think he's offering an olive branch.
A meaty branch.
Hey,
was trying not
you
to
keep
say
the
it.
meat, and Agron will put his sword away, slowly, very slowly, and then he will back away, and then he was going to go, like kind of limp away, and he's gonna go look at this stone door over here, and Scott is gonna go get some water.
Does he understand Goblin if I start speaking to him in Goblin? Does it,
He looks just confused when you talk Goblin to him.
then I start trying to mimic Sameo.
I was just gonna say, Sameo would offer to translate for you if you wanted.
Is he a friend?
Are you a friend?
It nods its head.
Think so. It is now.
Amazing.
Do you want to travel around here with us? We're just kind of exploring the area. It shrugs. What if I told you there's going to be more meat? It doesn't seem very motivated. See that? I don't think it has a strong sense of direction for its life or life, new life. Would you be okay if we left you here and came back to visit you later?
Hmm?
I'll relay that. Maybe we can try and come back and see him later, but he doesn't seem interested in leaving this room.
Why is he in this room?
Do you remember how you got here? I'm not sure how to phrase that with only yes or no's. Did someone make you here? All right. So somewhere in here is someone doing a lot of nasty experiments. So that is something to keep out for. Do you remember?
Is his name Frankenstein?
From deep in the cavern. That's not the golem's name.
No, it's the
I was
doctor's
asking
name.
the golem if that was but perfect because someone answered.
Yeah. Was your creator's name Dr. Frankenstein or perhaps Miss Shelley?
No.
Oh,
No.
I don't think so. But nice references,
the
guys.
druid that mixes animals on an island. I read that book too. What was that one called? And
Calypso.
Nagrin, like he's baiting him to give an answer. You know this one. I know you do.
Agron probably would know it. Scott is currently blanking on the Isle of Dr.
Calypso.
Dr. Moreau.
Moreau.
Oh, too. I'm thinking Shakespeare. All right, never mind. Ignore me.
That one works too. I mean, you can chime in on that one. You're an off-worlder. We know all sorts of off-worldy things.
That's true.
That is true.
Anyway, so I guess we'll leave him here and come back later. He doesn't seem to want to leave with us. So I'll
Actually, use
offer.
Goodcraft to make some flowers grow like up his shoulder and give him like a mohawk of pink flowers.
I love it. I will offer him a hug. Does he hug normally? I'll be like, can you hug very gentle? Not like what the other guy did, but nice hug.
He hugs you back very gently.
Oh, I love him. New best friend. Do you need a weapon to protect yourself, or are you okay?
It
here?
also kind of pats your head.
I imagine it's significantly taller. All right. Well, if he'll be okay here, we'll come back and visit you later. Oh, I want to name him. Wait, I need a name. I'm not good at this because it's going to be like Franklin. Yeah, it's going to be Frankie. His name is Frankie. Can I call you Frankie?
The voice again from inside the cave. Again, that's not his name.
That's the joke.
So it nods its head again. So for Agrin, must get to that page. That one. It is a stone door. If you try to open it, it doesn't move.
Can I try to shoulder it open? Can I try to force it open?
You can go ahead and give me a strength check or athletics, whichever.
What about
Athletics.
this door?
He needs Jor there to open it
I
for
was going to say, hey, Jor, want to check out this door?
It's gonna be like, why don't you ask Frankie?
So you can kind of feel it shift, but it doesn't move.
Jor goes to this door and opens it.
Okay. That one. All the way back down. It is. So it is one of those wooden doors, and you touch it.
Mm-hmm.
Please go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
This is why the Flesh Golem and Agrin are the ones that need to open all the doors. If it's lightning damage, it really needs to be the Flesh Golem because they don't.
All right, so you make your dexterity saving throw, so you take half damage. If you have any ability to...
I have evasion, so I take 0.
All right, so a bolt of lightning comes... A bolt of lightning comes out of the lock in that door and strikes the wall behind you.
Whoa! Jump back.
And the golem actually steps in front of Sameo.
Agrin's gonna be like smelling the air and like I heard something strange. What's going on?
Lightning. It
Jor
usually
summoned
follows thunder.
Jor is
Lightning
the
and the
lightning.
thunder.
Okay, so... All right, Jor, behind the wooden door that just shot lightning at you is a long hallway with branches, one to the left and one to the right, and then much further down you can see that it branches again to the left.
What's down this one before I go all the way down there?
So that does look actually like a dead end. There doesn't seem to be anything. It seems like a hallway that should have stairs going down, but it looks like something had blocked the entrance.
What's down this hallway?
So when you go down that hallway, you kind of see... Oh, I'm going to have to go to the map and background and shift. Sorry, I apologize to everyone.
No worries.
Once we get confused. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Seizure! Ah!
I don't know where I was.
What's happening?
Teleportation stones again?
I'm the scored.
Hmm.
Let's see. We go
Becca,
this
do you need me to
row.
show you how to make the maps bigger?
What do you mean bigger? You
You
mean...
can change the number of pixels on the screen so the whole map would actually fit and you wouldn't have to slide the map behind us like that.
Yeah, I know.
She's keeping it secret from us, guys.
Okay.
This is an easier way to do Fog of War.
Yes.
I come around the corner. I'm like, is that Spider?
Oh my god, look, it's Spider! Guys, I found him!
Oh,
Oh,
dead horse!
where'd he go?
Where'd he go?
Oh god, it's all broken. Spider stole the unicorn. Spider stole the unicorn.
All broken.
So down that hallway, you do see another door, which is on another page in the notes.
Jor opens the door.
Where did Jor go? Agrin's like,
North.
North.
I got lost too. I was like, it's up that way.
North.
All right, so this is another wooden door. As you reach to open it, nothing seems to happen. But
Not someone.
it does not swing open though. I need you to give a strength check to see if you can open it.
Don't worry, Jor has this.
Jor's got this. Everett's already moving closer.
There's like 3 of us stacked in the exact same spot.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm peeking. We're Scooby-Dooing like in layers, looking around the corner to not get hit by fucking lightning.
I like it. Oh, and look, the golem followed us.
Frankie!
If Gollum is following you,
Frankie.
you are able to open that door. It You do feel something behind it that just kind of like seems to shift out of the way, and it swings open.
Jor runs into the boss fight.
Oh. You missed the treasure chest full of health on the way in.
Was there a sudden key change or possibly tempo of the background music? Like,
Well, what we didn't know is the hallway leading up is this really dramatic orchestral backing that just kind of crescendos as you open the door.
didn't
and
know
then
the
boss
wall of fog or anything going on?
Just take a second to part the fog.
Yeah.
No, doesn't seem to have any effects like that.
Yeah, I don't trust that. I played Dark Souls.
Yeah, right. I don't, and I still don't trust it. Long hallways? Okay, but let's
It's just a large
continue
empty
on
room
up.
with a small genie lamp in the center.
Yeah, what's in here before we start moving?
Yeah.
No, this is the room that there's just that random bonfire pit that makes no sense. And
Like, why is this here?
It's a giant well. Let's kick something in it and see how far down it goes.
So you do have another wooden door here, and here you do have another wooden door. To the north of you is just a wall.
So there's nothing in this room?
just a wall seems suspicious.
Like those many mimic chests that definitely
Is it
all
a mimic
rolled
wall?
initiative.
Is it a mimic wall? It's actually a mimic dungeon, and we're working our way through its digestive
I
tract.
was actually just thinking in my head, what if this was all a really complicated circuit and opening the doors
Actually-
is cutting the current in a very specific way that's going to trigger a massive trap?
Well, I mean, I don't think Chester was here for last time we played Brine Bog when the entire ship turned out to be.
No, I was because I chased it.
Oh,
Yeah, he chased it. And now we're trying to figure out how to catch up to him because he's got a death wish.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over here and open this door.
Oh,
Yeah, and Jor will open this one over here.
And Samaya will stand over here, away from that.
all right.
Now that she knows they can spit lightning.
Agrin, that door you try to open it. It does not open. It does seem to be locked.
I was trying to break it down. You said it was a wood door, right?
Yes, a wood door. As for Jor, that one also seems to be stuck. It does shift open a little bit, but you're going to need to give another strength check.
21 to break the door down.
You break the door down. It swings open.
George. Somebody's
It's natural 20 on the door.
I love that all of Jor's best rolls are for the doors.
I feel like there's only two people taking risk in this game anymore.
It's not about risk, it's just you've proven that you're very, very efficient at this, and so we don't want to stand in the way of what you clearly love to do, which is kick down doors.
And Agrin
Yeah.
clearly has a crap ton of HP.
Yeah, there's that too. There's that too. And I'm leading the posse of like toddlers essentially behind us. I have my little ducklings, so
All right, Agrin, inside of the room in front of you, that is 31.
I'm gonna start picking out the inevitable slivers from the wooden door that I just broke down, like out of my paw. Out of my paw. I'm like,
somebody will offer help if you need it. She probably has tweezers or something.
All right, the other doors in this particular room seem to be of the stone that you've seen before. There's a random collection of objects in this room, though. There's suits of armor, there's swords, there's little round globe-shaped things with swirling lights inside of them. There's something that has kind of like a fabric-looking thing on the top that is attached to a vase on the bottom.
it's a lamp.
Yeah, a lamp. There's brooms and things like that. All of them seem to be in really good order. Jor, in front of you, you see a portcullis here, like an archway that the metal grating that would be there has been kind of like bent out of the way. And
Well, good. Can he fit inside?
yes, he can.
Does it fit outwards towards where I came from, or is it going in?
Let me double check my notes on that.
Let's see where this is
As
going.
she checks the notes, Agrin yells out, "I found the elves' attic!"
I was thinking broom closet.
And
No, because of the lamps and shit. Like, it's
Oh, right.
their
Agrin?
junk drawer. He's gonna,
Ooh, junk drawer.
he's gonna definitely
Samayo's
pick up one of the
able.
orbs and look at the orb.
Okay. Give me just a second to answer Jor, and then I will tell you what happens. Okay. In this area, it's a narrow pit covered by iron bars lies in the north side of the room, and someone has scrawled, "The Saints of Hordevere killed a rust monster here in dwarvish ruins on the east wall." Outside of that, other than the archway you just entered through, the other two doors are stone, and the bars are actually bent as from the way you pointing the way you came. So something like either came out of that way or someone ripped it open. Agrin, the globe thing that you picked up has two little eyes that pop open and blink at you.
I blink
Whoa.
black. I blink black.
Blah, blah,
Blah,
blah,
blah,
blah.
blah, blah. I blink back and then I stick my head right up against it and have a stare.
What is that? And I'm leaning over his shoulder.
You're having a staring contest. Okay.
I have no idea
Well,
what this is.
While he's challenging it, I want to see if I can tell anything else about it. Like what it is.
Mayo, the various things that you've been filtering through,
Mhm.
a pair of scissors that was near your hands, like pops up so that the pointy parts are almost like little legs. And then
I was really hoping you'd say that.
and an eye pops up here and like here and is looking at you.
I'll say hello in Elvish because that's what worked most recently.
Weirdly, Agrin starts going. Do, 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 do,
All right. So with Sameo greeting them in Elvish, the little scissor actually starts hopping up and down, and about 9 other objects in the room all have eyes pop open and start dancing to Agrin singing.
They like that too. That's catchy.
I think it's called the Sorcerer's Apprentice. I don't know. It was invented by a mouse or something. I don't know. My dad tried to explain it to me once.
A mouse, fascinating. And if I have a notebook, I'll like pull out a notebook really quick and just like. I don't know anything about this world. Maybe they've got conductor mice. I don't know. I'm figuring this out too.
Starry pointed hats and robes that don't fit.
It's fantastic, if you will.
Oh no. No. All right.
Dude.
So yeah, at this point, Agrin, you have 11 animated objects like following you around.
Okay.
Because they're not stealthy at all, unfortunately, you are going to have disadvantage on any stealth checks.
That's fine.
I don't. It's like, was he stealthy to begin with?
I don't think so.
I don't believe so. So I think that's okay.
Sure. Are you?
Good thing Jor didn't go in here because he is the stealthy one.
Jor wouldn't care. Does Jor do anything stealthy either?
No.
Yeah. Sometimes he shadow jumps around, and then we don't know where the heck he went.
Well, I was just imagining him shadow jumping and all the animate objects diving into the shadows too and popping up with him in combat.
Makes me wonder if that could
scampering to
actually
catch up.
happen.
I know. I love it. Sorry.
All right, Jor's going to try to open this door, this stone door.
Okay, I need another dexterity saving throw.
I was like, Am I actually going insane? Because I hear it now. What's happening?
All right, so you dodge out of the way of another one of those lightning bolts. This time you can see that the rune is in the stone door. It is part of this original door, as it were. I'm having problems not laughing. I'm sorry. It does not open though.
It doesn't open?
No, the trap goes off. You try the door handle. It's locked.
Can I pick the lock?
Certainly, you can try.
Let's see. Do I have these tools? I think I do.
While he's doing that, can I try to open the door I'm next to right now?
Yes. I am definitely losing my mind.
We're gonna get copyright struck. We're gonna be taken down for immature content.
Sorcerer's Apprentice is fair use because the original author Paul is been dead like 200 years. Copyright kind of expires after it expires 60 years after its originator's death.
Tell that to Walt Disney's lawyers.
Because technically Walt Disney did not own the copyrights to his. He put his copyrights in perpetuity into his company.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not like Disney's
Like-
litigious anyway.
Yeah, and then Tolkien. So Tolkien also gave it to his kids in his estate in
The
perpetuity.
estate.
Hence, Silmarillion.
Okay, so Agron, you try to open that door. It seems to be stuck. Jor, you try unlocking it, but it's a difficult lock. It seems to be almost rusted inside.
Agron will go ahead and break down the stone door. He's gonna kick it.
Okay.
Probably not.
Not quite.
Okay, Agron's gonna get frustrated, and then he's gonna go to this door and try to open that door.
Jor's gonna kick his door. Because that will work. For 22.
Okay, so Jor, you actually break the locking mechanism of the door and it swings open. Agron, so that door, you try to open it and oh, it's the wrong one, sorry. It also seems to be stuck.
I will also try to kick this door.
Do you need help?
Maybe, but not from him. And he points to Frankie.
I'll say, don't worry, Frankie. You can just come stay right over here.
27.
I'm gonna-
Apparently, the anger of being emasculated.
You're like, I will not have that golem's help.
Yeah. So yeah, you break down the wooden door. It actually comes apart in like 3 pieces.
Oh, it's
well,
a wood
snap.
door, so now I probably have splinters in my foot.
No, it's a stone door,
Okay.
but you hit it so hard that you actually cracked it.
Okay.
Good job.
Thank you. Well, I see.
All right, so in this room, there are 10 different objects. There is,
Plus the 11 animate ones.
there are 5 swords and 5 shields.
Oh, Jor wants animated swords and shields.
Agron's
not
still
there.
whistling.
They would know.
Yeah, the swords actually start flying around, and the shields also start kind of flying around the room. And all of the little animated objects are like frantically dancing around the room now.
Cool. I go to
Are
this
you-
door.
I'm going to stop and admire the show because they're clearly putting on something of a show. If he needs help with the door, he knows I'm here. But otherwise, I'm like, you guys are really good at this.
There is a toppled statue in the north side of the room.
Ooh.
And there's kind of an odd odor in the east side of the room,
Ew.
where the door is.
Agrin's actually way less like happy to open this door, and is kind of just like pushing, like poking at it. Like
I'm definitely checking out the statue since he's got doors. He and Jor have cornered that market.
Okay, so
You okay?
yeah, just had to get to the right note. So this door is another one of those wooden doors. You can actually see some Elven writing, like across the top of it. As you try to open it, it does seem to kind of be stuck again from weather so long. The animated objects do seem to be doing their own dance, and Frankie is kind of like standing back watching them, kind of like a little kid watching like fireflies or something like that. And Agrin, you go ahead and unstick that door and it slams open. And Jor's door opened, but okay.
Yeah, and Jor goes wandering down the hallway.
Okay, give me just a second, you two.
As they go
Dashing past where I know. Oh,
I'm a monk. You're gonna have to get used to it.
Well, see, I think they think if they go fast enough, if you have a trap, you can't trigger it. It doesn't count. They're like, I'm already in the other room. What you talking about, trap?
so
And chain lightning.
in the hallway, Agrin, that you just walked through, I do need you, because did you enter? You entered by yourself, correct?
correct.
All right. I need you to
Unless you want to count the 20 animated objects I have following me around like ducklings.
Yeah, I'm counting them as well. Actually, I need all of you to make a Constitution saving throw, but I have to look up their con real quick.
All of us in the room.
Anybody that's in the hallway.
I was waiting to check out the statue,
Okay.
so I'm not there yet.
All right. So you make your Constitution save.
Pretty sure animated objects automatically make any Constitution save because they don't
Yeah.
really have an anatomy.
That works for me. So a rune on the floor like flares up. You can kind of feel tingling energy.
Hey, my body's tingling again. Do you think this has to do with my pulsing weapon?
I had just started to stop turning everything into an innuendo in my head. I had just finally.
Well, you should have saw this coming.
Stop it! That was on purpose, and you can't even pretend. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you.
So for Jor and Amonit, in the hallway you're in, there is a stream of oil that's kind of like dribbling down the center of this corridor, and a group of demonic faces have been carved into the walls.
Well, this is real awesome, but as a player, I'm like, well, this is probably not a good place to be. But Jor just keeps on going.
It's comforting. It's homey.
Sameo, the statue, immediately you can notice is human and seems to be in some sort of old armor.
Okay.
Okay.
I would like to point out that as I get to this hallway and they're all the way down there, I have this literal cloud of animated objects, and I'm going do.
Clattering.
And I'm a giant
Slamming.
bugbear. Like,
Yeah, and Amonit and Jor, you can actually hear behind you, like,
A parade.
Absolute, yeah,
Crinkling.
an absolute ruckus.
Jor doesn't see what's going on. He just sees him on it. He's like, I'm on it. Shh.
Jor.
and Agrin just hears click, and then shh. So Agron go.
Is there anything down here?
At the end of the hallway, you just see it kind of dead ends, or at least so it seems, and it breaks off to your right this way.
Sure, keeps on going.
Okay.
So now I'll leave the room. But so I'm going down this way, and I don't see anyone. I don't see anyone in either direction.
But you can hear the clinking.
Yeah, you could probably hear the clink. And like,
But it's echoing, and I don't know where it's coming from. So I poke my
Well,
head
I'm
back. Oh, I can
sure
tilt
there's
that.
a trail of
I didn't
Aren't you a
weapons.
ranger? You can't
I
track.
can tilt that. Wait, what?
Make
I'm
an
sorry.
investigation roll.
I stopped listening because I found out I could rotate my token. What's happening? Oh, right.
So the door to your left is closed. There is an open
Okay.
archway that's actually been like ripped open towards you.
We didn't close that door, did we?
Yeah, I think that was the one that
Yeah.
came from that's open.
Yeah, we came from
So
that way.
I'll
All right,
poke my
then
head in.
that one is open.
Alright, I'll
You've
poke
been
my
in
head
that room though.
And I was just gonna say, so I recognize it, and I go, okay. I don't think they backtracked, so I'll start this way. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I lied.
It's okay.
I don't care.
You're like, I don't care.
I don't. I take it back. Hi. I'm gonna stand. I'm assuming
As
you're
soon as you
animate
go hi,
objects.
Agron turns around and is like,
I'm standing a good 5 feet back to give your 21 animate objects some breathing room.
And you just hear further down the corridor.
I'll actually yell, you guys are really bad at this stealth thing. I cannot wait. Just,
I'm
Alright,
really
here we go.
waiting for me or George to just get blasted with some trap.
uh-huh.
I know. I'm waiting for it too.
Yeah, but you keep rolling crits. Like, the doors can't stop you.
Well,
Alright.
like doing like dexterity saving throws is really good for a monk with evasion.
Yeah. No, you're good.
So yeah, Jor opens his door.
Okay, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Of course.
Yes. Yep, you make it. So you actually jump back as this maw, like this mouth in the floor, kind of like snaps up. It's all
Sarlacc pit.
it's all stone, and it goes back into the floor. It's almost jelly-like when it forms back into the floor.
Does it look like it reset? Or
Give me an Arcana check.
Jor
That's
does
like-
not make good Arcana checks.
That's like if you had to scale your health on a level of 1 to 77, where you at?
Well, Jor doesn't know.
No, it looks like it became the floor again.
Jor opens the door.
It seems to be locked.
Break
George will try to unlock the door first.
Agron's going to help Jor with that. I am proficient in thieves' tools. I just have shit decks.
Oh. I was gonna say, Becca, do you want me to control Flesh Golem
Should,
to make it easier for you, so you're not
do I
having to,
get advantage on that
Sure.
since he's helping?
just so you're not having to play
Yes.
catch up.
23.
See, changes. You should be able to control the golem now.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Just so you don't have to worry about him keeping up with me.
You need to make all those animate objects for Scott to control.
Oh my god, no. The rest of the session, time
And
to
they
token.
all must have accurate tokens. Go.
Go.
Okay, so you unlock the door. It has this nice satisfying click.
Okay, Jor goes in.
All right, so this room has a stone dais over here on this side of the room.
On the far side.
On the far side, there are several holes that are actually cut into.
It's up there.
Damn it.
There is a throne on top of the dais,
I sit on the throne.
and there are
And Welcome, my people.
Hagrid goes on one knee and like bows to Jor.
So all the inanimate objects mimic Agrin.
Amani throws a mushroom from the background and hits Jor in the forehead with a very soft, flaccid mushroom.
Samayo's immediately clapping, like, good aim.
And the flesh golem actually starts clapping as well.
with the mouth hand and a normal hand. Just like, yay.
Yes, sure.
So is there anything cool about this throne?
Yeah, it has an awesome goblin on it, and bowing before it is his general and his army.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm so loopy today. I'm sorry, guys.
We're just, you know what? Sun puppies.
Yeah.
It's a contact high. As soon as we start this, we all lose it. This is one big acid trip. We're going to wake up 6 months from now and realize that we've never played a game called Sun Puppies.
We're
all
all
having
having
the
back in the
same-
village because Amana prepared some very special mushrooms for everyone, and you've been tripping for like 3 days now.
Okay, but, does anything happen or?
No, nothing happens. There are. It looks like there might be something that was on the wall.
I want to look at it.
Okay, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Okay.
There is stuff, it looks like might be behind the throne and along each of the long walls. Okay.
Can I insight check the wall?
Yes, you can insight check the wall.
Spoiler, the walls are intentionally keeping you contained in this room.
I knew it.
Damn those walls!
Can I do an
Possessive
insight check
bastard.
on this throne?
Dude, 317s? Where you at, Samaya?
Check on the throne.
We're triplets.
Not you,
With the
Samaya.
17s.
That's what I said. And two 13s.
It's serving its purpose well as a throne.
Yes. Jor is now a king.
For a monitored Agrin. Behind the throne, you can actually see that it has a very faded mural picture that continues on down the walls. It does seem to be depicting a very old, possibly elven Colosseum. And it has pictures of humans and dwarves fighting with various monsters fighting. Along one of the walls, you can actually see some sort of revolt happening and the Colosseum being torn down. And that is what is in this room.
Okay. Agron is going to go over to this wall, and he's going to start like tracing out all the symbols and be like, so there was a Colosseum here, and he's also going to knock on the wall, see if there's any hollow bit. And besides the throne, because me and Jor went like, ooh, throne. Is there anything else in this room?
Other than the murals and the throne, there doesn't seem to be anything else in this particular room at this point. There's a lot of dust that hasn't been opened in a very long time. It is a very musty smell in here, a very old smelling air.
Like, was it dry or moist?
Please, everyone, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I was in the middle of typing. If I can help Agrin translate any of the runes or anything, I would, but...
Okay.
All right, Constitution saving throw, huh?
Yes.
Why you do this?
Why I do this?
Why you do this? Ouch.
If it's poison or poison damage or condition, I am just outright immune.
Okay. Jor and Sameo, you fall unconscious due to the bad air in the room.
Odie got a 22. He's conscious as hell.
Yep. So Jor and Sameo, you pass out. Everyone else is fine. As the air filters in from where you have been before,
Do we wake back up?
George just took a nap on his throne.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flick Jor in the nose when he.
Okay. Jor and Sameo, when you do wake up, both of you have really bad headaches and are somewhat nauseous.
Oh, Amane, what was up with that mushroom?
Hair of the dog, I say.
Um,
And he...
Agrin will go over way
All right.
over here, and then because he saw a dead end, and it was like, I feel like this is architecturally strange.
Okay.
And I'm going to specifically search for secret passages.
Oh, all right. Specifically looking for secret passages.
Specifically on this wall or this wall?
Hang on. Which wall and which wall?
That wall and that wall.
Okay. All right. So before you start your search, I'll let you know that there is a weird, like, collection of skulls near the ceiling. Go ahead and give me an investigation check. You are specifically looking for secret doors, so I will go ahead and give you advantage.
Okay. But investigation?
Yes.
21.
Okay, so you realize that there is a door located near the ceiling, concealed behind the weird pile of skulls.
I'm going to pick up any loose rock, chuck it at the loose pile of skulls.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a attack roll.
Sure. 17.
Okay, so you break the skulls apart, and the door that was behind it kind of like flops open in front of you. It's about waist high is the bottom section, and it extends all the way to the ceiling.
Okay, I crawl up into the door. It was on the south wall?
Yes, on the south wall.
Okay, I go up into
So
this.
if I were to doodle, you now have a path here.
Hey guys, I found a door. It leads to a ominous square room.
Yes, yes, it does. As you enter in
Now the mist wall comes up. I got you.
There it is. I found it.
there, so in this particular room, there is a stone stairway ascending towards the west wall. So over here, there's a stairway ascending upwards. In the middle of a room is a woman with bat wings. Or actually, I'm sorry.
Sure.
Is she alive?
So Agrin and Jor, both of you describe your like ideal person. Like
Ideal mate.
whether they're male or female, what race.
Great. Oh man, what is Jor like? Dude, take this through. What I made him.
This is hard because Agrin is basically completely asexual, so it would be amorphous and
It could just be a friend.
yeah,
Like,
it's a
normal
big
person with
cuddly
friend.
teddy bear. It is a gigantic cuddly teddy bear.
That wait, I don't think that says what you think it's saying.
There is no anatomy there. It's not that subsective. Like it's actually.
Oh, you guys just shouldn't let me talk. Like, I don't know why you let me be here. Jor, what does Jor think he is then? Does he think he's halfling, human? This is a good time to explore
Jor
that.
thinks he's Jor and King Jor now, so.
Puma! Yes.
Yeah, I'm using that as the succubus token.
Yeah,
love
that's
it.
probably.
Scott said cuddly, fluffy teddy bear, so
It works.
Oh man, it's a succubus. Oh, you do.
yeah.
Don't worry. Yeah. Yeah, Jor will run up, friend.
Agrin will be like, Teddy, I missed you, and give it a giant hug.
I'll
Not
hug
the-
the leg.
Not the reaction a succubus is used to is friend.
Okay.
Got friend zoned.
If I have a different technical question, if they're bisexual, do they then see an incubus or a succubus?
Depends on what you're feeling that day.
Incubus and 5e, incubus and succubus are explicitly the same creature.
Yep.
Okay, that's what I was wondering because I know it didn't used to be.
Yeah,
and
it
they
didn't
merged
used to
the
be.
Aranese. They merged in the Aranese as well, didn't they?
Say again?
The Aranyes, Erinyes,
Yeah.
because one was a devil, one was demon in 3.5, and I think they just made them the same.
Yeah, they just don't. Because there's no. They functionally are the same source.
That's what Samayo sees. That is just something kind of flickering up and back.
Well, what's
up?
on this particular day? What is she leaning more towards? Because it can.
It's
change.
probably a female half elf or half orc then.
Okay, that is what.
But with a gigantic. Never mind.
Well, now that you've said it, yes. Convenient loincloth. No. All right. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. How you doing? Don't call and ask about this. I'm sorry.
So.
Unless his spell resistance resists this, yeah.
So it basically says, "Oh, how wonderful! I have such wonderful new friends," and will actually lean down to kiss either Jor or Agrin.
Yeah. Jor will be like, "Will you be my girlfriend? I'm a king."
I just got king.
Agrin will
You
just
didn't
look
hear the
really
ceremony?
confused at Jor. I'm like, why would you want a teddy bear as your girlfriend?
It's a not goblin thing. Don't worry about it.
Jor, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Ugh.
Yummy kisses.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
No.
Wait a second. What? Oh.
Okay.
Her tongue gets way in there.
Oh yeah. You take
Well,
33 points of psychic damage, and as for Amonit, I did hear you ask about the spell resistance. It's actually just their, what do you call it? Their,
Psychic
Like individual
projection.
glamour.
yeah, their psychic projection.
So Amonic doesn't like see through this. He just sees what he sees.
Right.
Because I've got the spell resistance. That's why I was just.
Oh.
Okay.
It is not technically a spell effect. It is kind of like their projection. So,
Okay.
Jor, you take 33 points of damage, psychic damage, as you have the most intense kiss of your life that seems to flicker in your head as though a whole week has gone by of a wonderful time with this person.
wow, I like this.
Do we get
Jor doesn't know
any?
he's died.
Do we get any intelligence check against the illusion? Because like.
Yeah, some kind of insight or something.
You can,
At least that Jor's been hurt.
yes, you can absolutely give insight.
You guys get it.
Yeah, you can see like almost like a little bit of his life essence seems to have faded.
No, Agrin has no idea. He has no idea what just happened.
Don't worry. Jor,
Amonic
put that
totally took a knee when he thought this was Zugtmoy and praised her omnipotence in Abyssal.
back. Jeez. I just.
We're all gonna die because we refuse to drop the succubus.
No, I immediately, if I see Jor take damage, I raise my bow.
Okay,
Although I would have that going for me as well.
Amonit, when it responds, it is responding in Abyssal, but what it
Oh, I
says,
can understand all that then.
yeah, it does not say what you would expect Zuktamoy to say.
Amonit's head like snaps up and he just says, "Blasphemer!" And like his hand like launches a mushroom at this knot.
Teddy, you
follow it.
can talk.
I
Talk
follow
weird,
it to
but
shoot it.
And he's going with a ray of sickness.
All right. Ray of Sickness, that's a Constitution save, correct?
Yep. Because that's his opening move. Always, because you can do it once per day.
All right. It fails. 11 poison damage.
She may be immune to poison.
she's probably
damage.
immune to poison. Most fiends are.
She's only resistant to poison.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
She does still take 5.
And does she get the condition as well? Or is she immune to the condition?
I am double checking. It doesn't. It is its only damage resistance. It is not
Nice.
So
All right, people. You're
All right.
welcome.
go ahead and roll initiative.
What is with my nat 20s and these fucking initiative rolls?
You're being me. Why are you doing that? That's not good. Okay, that's Samayo, which is garbage. And then these next two are Odie. Odie got a 23. There we go.
And
Go, Odie, go. What does Odie see? He sees another Odecoron.
Sure is 17, yes.
Another Odecoron.
And Agron is 21. Sameo was 12. I've just realized things have gotten so complicated because of how you have
Befriended everything in the dungeon,
Yep.
except the succubus, which should arguably be the easiest thing to befriend.
I know. I didn't get a persuasion roll.
And
This really is the oh god, the thirstiest episode. We're gonna end with the succubus fight.
Yep. That's where we're gonna complete.
George just wanted a girlfriend.
and this is going to be the animated objects.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, the animated object.
You're assuming they're still on our side.
They are.
They have no sexual appetite. They're fucking scissors and shit.
Unless she animated them.
You're
No.
laughing at scissors, aren't you? In context,
No.
isn't it?
No. What? What?
It was totally the spooning.
What's funny? What's funny about that? What are you talking about?
Okay.
There was no salad tossing whatsoever.
Ew.
Odie is first.
Odie doesn't like that either. All right. He will immediately charge in and savage slash, and if succeed, 27.
Yeah, that hits.
Yay! This is the one where she'll have to make a Constitution saving throw,
Okay.
or she starts bleeding. So 15.
Okay. It doesn't seem to do quite as much damage as you would expect, but
Yeah, I didn't think so. That's why if this works, the second one he's gonna smite.
and she is bleeding now, so go ahead and roll the bleed damage though.
Okay. Oh, right. It's 24. Or 3. Yeah. As a second one. And if this succeeds, he'll smite.
Okay.
19?
19 hits,
Oh, okay.
and it is a fiend, so you get the extra 1d8 if you're smiting.
Okay, yes. So that would be. Oh, I don't have that written up. But how much is smite normally, or is it just the 1d8 now?
Well, it's normally 2d8 for on top of the normal damage for smite, but with a fiend, it's an additional
That'll be
1d8. So
Okay, so 3d8.
3.
Okay. 4 from 7.
Okay.
And I'll note that I used one of those.
Okay. So that would be 2.
Oh, oops. I just realized I rolled his critical damage for that first attack. Oh, well, I got a 19, so that was right. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. I should have done that. Should have.
All right. So she actually screams as the radiant energy from Odie's claws sink into her. She did not.
Odie!
She did not like that at all.
Good boy. Can he jump away? Like,
As Odie jump, it's not.
No, I'm
Okay.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay. Agron.
That,
Odie has just attacked the teddy.
yeah, and Agron has again managed to roll shit on his insight. Why are you attacking my teddy bear? My teddy. And now, so this is still in character. Agron is going to, still hugging the teddy bear, squeeze it like a teddy bear.
Okay. As you're squeezing it like a teddy bear, you can it seems to feel nice and squishy, and it kind of wraps one of its teddy bear arms around your shoulders and is kind of doing this sobbing sound.
That's all right. I will squeeze you as hard as I can and make it better.
Now, Agrin, didn't we talk about being gentle? Remember?
I imagine you're like, no, squeeze that teddy.
Crush it! Get it, Agrin! Wait, not that.
Do you do anything else? And are you, so you're squeezing it like a teddy bear?
I'm definitely trying to do damage to my to the teddy bear.
However
Alright.
you can in character.
Go ahead and roll an attack then.
14.
So you wrap your arms around it, but despite the fact that you're giving it a hug, you're in a position where not only do you not have it grappled, but you're not doing damage.
Okay, I will try to grapple it as my second attack.
He tries to reaffirm that hug.
Make sure she knows you. I will hug you so good.
So yeah, this time you get a firm grip on the teddy bear.
Okay. I don't really have a bonus action.
Okay. In that case, we'll move
I
on.
will
to the skill.
action. I'll action surge.
Okay.
To hug harder.
No, I'll actually wait. I won't action surge on this one. I'll just hold on to it.
All right, Jor. Odie has attacked your new girlfriend. Agrin is glomped onto her.
Well, she hasn't actually accepted my proposal. She is.
She is sobbing at this point.
I'm like, you will be my girlfriend. It'll be okay, and I will shove the mushroom in her mouth.
Jor!
Robbery from its time in the golem's mouth.
Joe doesn't care.
Jor!
Okay.
That's not proper etiquette.
So,
It's fine.
Shayna, calm down.
No, I refuse.
All right, go ahead and give me an unarmed
The
attack.
joys of metagaming the crap out of it.
17.
Not being able
All
to
right,
make insight checks.
You, I can't believe I'm going to say this. You stuffed that mushroom in her mouth.
Yeah. Does she enjoy it?
I quit. I quit Sun Puppies. I quit D&D. Yes, Becca. Tell us. Does the succubus like the goblin mushroom?
In her mouth.
Well, she is up next. She's going to wrap her arms around Jor and actually like bury her face in like the crook of your neck and shoulder. And after managing to swallow, I give up. I'm so broken. Save me! Don't let them hurt me. I will be your girlfriend. I will love you forever. My sides are starting to hurt.
See, she's my girlfriend, guys.
She's my girlfriend now. See, she ate my mushroom.
She accepted.
No, you're my teddy bear.
Oh my god. You get back up.
I'm gonna need another glass of water.
We might want to quit. Like maybe we'll be
Yeah.
this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless there are members of the party that want to continue fighting, other than Jor and Agrin over the actual succubus, it seems. We will call it there for tonight.
No, Jor wants a girlfriend.
So I guess we'll pick this back.
Jor's already
Want
kissed.
somebody to hug. Like if you guys give him a standard sized teddy bear, Agron will be perfectly happy.
Well, if I had one, I'd have offered it, but I don't exactly have one in my bag. There's a perfectly good flesh golem right here.
Yeah, but
He
it
does
felt
bugs
weird.
real
It felt all
good.
sawdusty.
Well, that's really judgy. I feel like you haven't given him a good enough chance. Gotta be a little more open-minded.
I mean, Agrin is a little upset. He saw his teddy bear just take a goblin mushroom in its mouth.
But he's less concerned about Odie probably biting a literal chunk out of it. And then lighting it in fuego with radiance.
Yeah.
Amonit actually pulls out a mushroom for Agrin and says, "Here, if you feed the teddy bear one of these, you'll both have fed one and you'll be even."
Keep it evensies.
Yeah,
It's about
Agrin doesn't
sharing.
want to feed his teddy bear his mushroom.
Oh, okay. It's not his thing. I mean,
Not his thing.
everyone's got their thing.
I mean,